before this video starts, we do stream Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, 1 to 4. So if you are interested in the conversation we're having in this video, come to the stream tomorrow. I will be streaming some Strive. We will be learning May. And yeah, but let the video get started. So hello ladies and gents, you know who I am. It's your boy Nappyheadmilly. If you don't, like, share, subscribe if you like the video. It helps with the content. And thank you guys for the love and support on this last video right here I got up. If you haven't seen it, go ahead and check it out. But today's content, I want to talk about a character that is turning into my main, which is May. May is a very fun character. I love her to death. I played her in the beta, but I never really started to pick her up until tournament stuff started coming up and I started having a character crisis. So I picked this character up. There's blurred gameplay in the background. I'm gonna say that video for a later date, but I kind of want to talk about the good, the bad, and the ugly with the character and how you can pick her up to probably improve your gameplay because maybe you're in a character crisis like I was. But let's get started. Alright, so if I had to give a quick overall of the character, I would say she's easy to pick up. She's very easy to pick up. You can jump as long as you know how to use charge motions and you know how to go from one button immediately to charge. She's super simple to pick up. Now to master her isn't that hard either. I don't think she's super simple to master because there are key things that I'm gonna talk about in the bad that you gotta kind of learn how to deal with. But I wouldn't say she's too hard. She's like right in between. She doesn't have a huge wall to climb to really master the character. It may take you a couple weeks or two, but you'll pick her up pretty quick. Now, for the good, she is the damage queen. Like, I don't think anybody else in the game can literally 100 to 0 you. May, at any point in the match, can always come back. Now, her best move, in my opinion, is her 5HS. She stands there, she takes her anchor, she just smashes it on the ground. It is very active. It is, I believe, -8 on block, but you get pushed back. So usually, depending on what you do next, you have time to either do a charged dolphin, you have time to do it again. You can jump. If your opponent think they're gonna jump, you can react to the jump. You have a little bit of leeway to get to what you need to do. But that move by itself is really good. You get a counter hit on that, yeah, it's lights out for anybody. Like, it doesn't even matter if it's Potemkin. Potemkin at bare minimum is losing 80%. She's the damage queen. Now, also another thing that I really like about the character, for her to be a charge character, she's actually very mobile. Between use of her dolphins, her air mobility, she actually has very good air normals and a pretty good air mobility. She's a pretty fast character for her to be a charge character, and it's something that I like about her a lot. I do think she needs to be played a little bit more defensively, which I'll get into that a little bit later as well. I do think she needs to be played a little bit more defensively than what people play her sometimes, but her traversing the stage is not hard at all. And then I say another great thing she has 2 good specials. I know the big pink whale, it looks like it's not a good special, but that special does so much damage. If you get a good wall combo and you combo into it with no delay, you're gonna chunk your opponent. I had a nice combo for about, as my cats are going crazy, I'm sorry. I've had a nice combo with that for like 80%. With that being the ender, it's like 80%, and that was on Kai, which is average health. So her specials are very good. I also like the one that where it pops up like an uppercut, you can RC out of it and the dolphin is still active, so your opponent really has to think before they press a button because they can still get hit by that active dolphin. And I'll say those are her 3 very good key things about her. I think those are like the things that make her mobility, her damage, and her specials really are the top 3 things. Now, let's talk about some of the bad. Alright, so the bad. Here's my thing, right? When it comes to her neutral game is terrible. I'm not gonna say it's the worst, but it's not as good as people think. Gotta remember, a lot of people put May top 5. My thing is, I don't put May top 5 because the top 5 that I have, their neutral game is just outshining hers. Now, what do I mean by that? You're gonna learn that you're going to be using Dolphin a lot in the neutral. And it sounds like, oh, you're going to spam it. You're not going to spam it. It's just the use of Dolphin. You have to. It's your way to traverse the map. It's a quick counter hit if you call somebody out on pressing a big button. If you get a good counter hit with heavy slash horizontal Dolphin, they're getting chunked. They're getting chunked. It's not even a question asked. So the dependency on Dolphin in neutral sometimes, it makes you feel like you gotta spam it, as well as a lot of her buttons lose out to a lot of things. Her best 2 buttons, in my opinion, this is my opinion, there's people obviously better than me with May, so you can also go to somebody like Pluto on this information. Her biggest buttons to me is her 5HS, which has actually a short range, and her 2S, which is also really, but I don't think like her 5K, it's better to use her 5K to extend the combo. It's better to use her 3K yet again to end the combo. Or if you see a projectile coming out and you can read the projectile, it's good to go under projectiles, but you'll get punished for it. Depending on her slash, it can get 6P'd. You're gonna use her air normals a little bit more than anything, in my opinion. You use her air normals a little bit more. So her neutral game is something to be desired. It's not it's like she can play neutral, but there's people like Ram, like Nago, obviously Soul, that can just outdo her in the neutral. There's even sometimes that Eno can outdo her in the neutral, even though I believe she beats Eno. Another thing, she is so tension reliant. If you do not have tension with this character, it is very hard to get like max optimal damage. A lot of your stuff is going to be knocked down Oki, or unless you get a good counter hit on jump, which that's the third thing. But you get a good counter hit on an anti-air, you get our bit damage. But getting just damage without, like good solidified damage without tension is hard, because she's so tension reliant. You need to RC with this character if you want to get the big bucks sometimes. You know what I'm saying? She, like I said, she does still have that 100 to 0 combo. But if we're talking about neutral game mid-screen, it's a lot lackluster without RC. You know what I'm saying? And we'll end that there. Her third and her final thing, I would say her anti-airs are a bit on the slow side. So she got 3. Obviously got the 6 speed. She can, again, 6HS if she time it right. And she can 5HS if she times it right. But 5 and 6HS are slow. They're kind of slow. So they don't come out as fast as you want them to sometimes. So sometimes it's easier for people, like somebody like a Chip can just get right over it. Millia can dash right past it. And now you're in a situation. But if they hit 100 to 0. 100 to 0, most fun combo in the game. I don't care what nobody says. So, do I recommend this character with the good and the bad? Yes. Is she top 5? Now that's the question that's depending on everybody's mind. I don't think she's top 5, but I don't think she's far from it. I think she's like 6 or 7, because you still have, let's look at the top 5. You have Ram, Nago, Soul, in my opinion. I think those 3 just top the charts. And then I think 4 and 5 are tossed. I think 4 is Pot. I think 4th is Pot. I do think Pot is really strong, and people can debate me about it, but I think Pot, just based off of me playing May, is super strong. He might be 4th. 5th is where the toss up is, because you got Eno, you got May, and you got Leo. And I think Eno is better than May, but May may be slightly better than Leo. And I may be wrong. I think May and Leo are tied for 6. I'll put it like that. And here's the thing. Why I don't think she's top 5 is because she has brain dead moments in the corner. May has brain dead moments in the corner. I'm not going to lie to anybody on that. Getting people to the corner because of her lack of a great neutral compared to somebody. We'll compare her to Ram. Ram also has a lot of brain dead shit. As a person that played Ram, she can get you to the corner without trying. But Ram can also play keep away. Ram can also 100 to 0 you mid screen. She can mix you up mid screen. She can do a lot of things that Mei cannot do. And that, I think that's what holds Mei back. Mei, because she has a lack of a normal, when she's mid screen, she's not really nothing to fear. Dolphin can be stopped. Vertical Dolphin can be stopped. The beach ball, which I didn't talk about, the beach ball is an Oki tool, so you're not going to be using that in the neutral, because you use it at the wrong time, somebody's just going to run up and hit you. It's a lot of stuff of Mei tools that can be stopped or punished by the top 5. But everybody under that, I feel like Mei can dominate. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I can't put her top 5, but I think she has top 5 potential. I think with the next patch, if they buff her neutral game, she will be top 5. I think if they buff her neutral game to where she can play great neutral, she'll be top 3. Maybe top 2. Because a lot of those people are about to get nerfed. But I do think she's a very simple character to grasp concept with. I think you can master her. She has some little tricky stuff to utilize that if you want to actually think, because a lot of Mei players, we get bad refs that we don't think. I actually have to think in certain matchups. My boy Shun taught me, like, you gotta fucking think with this character, because you can't just do certain shit. You have to kind of think to open up a person that don't know how to. That you can't open up with Mei. You have to think. You have to. If you want to be good with this character, you have to. You can't just do brain dead dolphins all day. If you do, you're doing yourself a disservice, or the person's just letting you do it. That's just my opinion. Anybody else can say it, but that's not to say this character does not have brain dead tools. If you're in the corner, she going brain dead. I'm telling you that. She's not gonna think. She's just gonna do brain dead stuff, and you're gonna have to figure it out. But I do think this character is good. I think she's a solid character for anybody that's looking for somebody to pick up. Even as a secondary, she's very solid into some of the top tier matchups that she does pretty good into. I think she does do good into somebody like Nago. I think Soul kind of beat her and Ram kind of beat her, but I know she for sure beats Ino. And the pot matchup is I think she might lose the pot, but I'm still experienced that a little bit more for myself. Twitch.tv/Nappyheadmilly if you want to watch the content. If you got advice, leave it in the comments. If you disagree with something, leave it in the comments. Let me know. But other than that, it's been Nappy. Peace.